What's going on, Gooners? It's Arsenal versus Aston Villa, and we're back again Friday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. I'll be at the stadium to bring you another game vlog of the matchup. But for me, let me take a look at what's actually going on here. And I know there's still some overflow from Monday night's performance, and we're still having to deal with a section of the fans that just are expecting too much too soon from this outfit. As I said previously before, only played a handful of games together, and they're going up against some really well-rounded teams. And that's tough. That's tough to do. I thought with Palace, they had a fantastic game plan, and their pressing, which has been impressive from way back last month and the start of the season, it was good to see that they were able to bring that kind of energy into the game, and a lot of our players just really wasn't up for it. So I think what we're seeing now is probably going to be a move back to the double pivot, try to give the midfield some help and stability, and I think you've got to go with that with Sambi. I know we have El Nene, I know we have Maitland-Niles there, but I think with Sambi, these are the games that you want him to improve his learning curve in. You're not going to learn nothing by putting him on the bench. You throw him into the fire, see how he works through, and develop him from that way. If you lose this opportunity to do that now, what you're doing is you're literally pushing the guy's development back. So I think it's the right thing to do to play Sambi in the setup right now as a double pivot. Ramsgate, for me, gets to keep his place. He's done nothing wrong in order to facilitate a change. Do you go three at the back, or do you stay with a back four? I think that's the question as well. And does Nuno Tavares come in for Kieran Tierney? Kieran Tierney right now not really pulling his weight in the team. And I think you're not going to improve unless you make some changes somewhere and see what you've got on the bench. And that also goes for Martin Odegaard. For me, you're the guy who's the main facilitator. You're the Ozil of the team, the creative guy. And for you not to find yourself in open spaces to receive the ball so that you can affect the game in 2 games, that's not good enough. You need to be able to work hard to get off the ball. I know that he was being doubled by Palace. I know it was a part of Patrick Vieira's plan to nullify him, and that worked. And if that happens, then the guys like Saka and Smith Rowe have to perform. If you know that the anchor guy in Odegaard is going to be out of the game, then you have to step up. But time and time again, Pepe, Saka and Smith Rowe was receiving a ball and just losing it because of not playing the ball quickly enough or just being clumsy and careless with the ball. Too many times that happened, and that cannot continue to happen. So for me, as I said before, Odegaard is the key. We know for Aston Villa, they beat Arsenal 3-0 at the Emirates last season. We know without Jack Grealish, they have struggled in the midfield, but they still are looking like a good outfit and a well-rounded team. Yes, they've lost 3 out of the last 5 games, I get that, but they have still been able to provide some really good performances against good teams. And Villa, make no joke about it, remember what happened against Palace. Palace didn't have Zaha, did they? And yet we're still able to put in a performance. So the fact that they've not had Jack Grealish and they still have the likes of Buendia and all these guys, I think that they still are a good solid outfit. They've enjoyed some success in the 3-5-2. That's been difficult to break down for opposing teams. And as I said, for them to go back to the 4-3-3, that's a very possible move for Dean Smith. I think if you've not had the result of late, moving things around in that perspective is something that I would expect them to do. I think that their plan would be to come to the Emirates and try and get Arsenal on the counter by sucking them in, because the plan has worked so many times for opposing teams before. And this all comes down to 2 guys really, Cash and Matt Taggart. I don't think they'll be asked to contribute much going forward, as their main responsibility will be to defend the threats that Arsenal possess. So Villa will try and get us on the counter-attack. And I think that will bode well for hitting Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings in stride. This means that the role of Emi Buendia and Leon Bailey is going to be huge for them, especially Bailey. Bailey's got a lot of tricks in his back pocket, and it's what they'll be able to do when they're able to catch Arsenal off guard. I think if you can punish Arsenal like Palace did, then you might come out with a good result. I think for me right now, I'm going with a 1-1 draw. I'm going with a draw, and it's simply because I'm just understanding the fact that who we're up against, we're playing some good solid teams, but at the same time we are in a transition and we haven't had too many games in order to see what we're really made of. We're still trying to find our feet, and some games you're just going to have performances like Palace where it's just not going to go well. Is this going to be one of them? I'm not sure. but I do know that my expectations are set very low for this team. And I think if we come out something positive from this game, then that would be a good sign for this young team. They're unbeaten in 5. Arsenal definitely need to get something out of tomorrow's game, because otherwise you're just going to slip further and further away, and that top 6 is just going to look like a mountain to climb as the teams above us keep getting good results. Now, let me know what you guys think. Always good to hear from you guys in the comment section below. But that's it from me, and I'll speak to you again when I'm back in the game vlog at the Emirates. Speak to you later, man. Peace out. Right back at you guys. Nice one.